Finished Wolves 2, Everton 3. Sam's been back on the channel again. He's been starting to the game as always. We get straight into it. First off, I think he got the team selection wrong. I think this could end up being quite, in terms of free to play moving forward, this could be a killer for him. Listen, this game, the last game, when he's made the subs, I'll get into subs later on, but when he's made the subs, obviously improved the performance, improved the game. It's, for me, that strikes you already made a mistake with your team sheet. I think a lot of people agree with me on this, I reckon, as well. We struggle so much with, I'm not just going to keep bashing Menetzi about this, but I understood his role in the team, his job in the team last season. Now, I can't understand why he's playing. I do not get it, what it is. I appreciated him last year. For me, he offers nothing. He hides from the ball. There were so many times we get him put in the possession of the ball, Gomez or Andre, and then we go to pass it. We need to pull out wide, and then Menetzi would be hiding and leave Arias and Hwang as the only forward options forwards, and that's why we couldn't get forward. We couldn't make any forward passes. But then, even when Gomez and Andre are on the ball, they can't make forward passes anyway. Really, that's not their game, and we just struggle to get forward. I mean, Totti and Agbadu today. For me, I know Totti gets a lot of stick, and he's good at sometimes the physical side of the game, but him and Agbadu at the moment are absolutely shocking. I can see a world where we come back from the international break and both Agbadu and Totti aren't in the squad, in the starting 11. I can see it, because you can just see the players that are coming in. They're just 6s and 7s. We're giving the ball away. We're messing around the ball we shouldn't have done. Jackson's on the ball for the first, I think for the first one, second one, where he should have cleared it and he played it to Andre and messed around with it. That was the second one, I think. The third one, Agbadu's playing his short, kills Jackson with a short pass to Chewa on the ball, kills him with a crap ball, and then he gets cut out of them if they score from it. And Agbadu's throwing his arms up in the air. He needs to be dropped. I don't know what's going on with him. That's the biggest fall off. But you have to ask the question, same with Menetzi, same with Agbadu, why are these players 27, 28 years old playing in League One for the whole majority of their careers and no one's picked up before now? So this is why you think that there's going to be holes in the game, that's why they're playing at the level they're in. I mean, the subs, when they come on, in fairness, did change the game. Kalajdzic, really impressed with Kalajdzic. He made himself an option. He was winning headers, he was winning flick-ons. What he did do, which is what Menetzi wasn't doing, in fairness, he made a couple of runs in behind, and he just took the defender with him, created more space. Lopez, as soon as Lopez comes on the pitch, he's on the ball, he turns around, he's progressive, drives 20 yards up the pitch, plays a ball out wide to Hugo Bueno, and then you're in the penalty area. And we had no one that could do that, because we had people hiding on the pitch. And if you want to hide on the pitch, you're not playing for Wolverhampton Wanderers, because there's some players we've brought in this year that aren't good. There's replacements. They're simply not good enough. That's the bottom line. They're not good enough. They're not good enough as the players we had. And some need time. I mean, Muller, he came on, in fairness, cracking ball in for the goal. Roger Gomez came on, put his shift in. Really nice ball, win the ball back, scored a good goal himself. The subs made a big impact. And I'm thinking, hopefully, the new players that come in the rest of the transfer window, Pereira's got to get a hold of them and try and get something out of this. But it just seems like when you get your team selection wrong from the start, you feel like you're always battling yourself. You're always trying to fight what you're trying to change, and you just think we weren't progressive enough, we weren't passing enough. I don't think Everton were that good. They was knocking balls long up to Beto. In fairness, out of the back three, I think Santi Bueno played the best out of the back three, and he normally struggles physically. And now he had a couple of dodgy passes as well. He was a couple of that, but he won his physical battles a lot of the time against Beto. In fairness to him. So he's got a lot to work on the next couple of, the international break. You just think, can we get, with the signs coming in, can we change the way of playing? Hugo Bueno as well, stand out in the game. I thought Hugo Bueno was really good. He seemed to want to be progressive and trying to get us forward. So there is some positives from the game. I mean, another day we could still nick something from the end with Roger Gomez's chance at the end. But he's got to look at the way he's playing, look at the system, and he's got to try and figure it out, because at the moment, the teams below us, the teams that have come up, the promoted teams, are getting points on the board and we're not. And we're already at that stage of the season where you're thinking, crikey, some of the promoted teams got 6 points already. And you're thinking, can we make that gap up after 3 games? Do you know what I mean? Right, I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.
That was a friendly reminder for anyone that needed it, that keeping Jurgen Strand Larsen doesn't really make a material difference, I think, to our hopes to staying up. We might win a few more games, we might score a few more goals, but fundamentally this is just a poor football team, and with 2 days in the transfer window left, it's all looking a little bit bleak. appreciate that we're 3 games into the season, and that might sound a little bit kind of catastrophic, but really, I don't see, when you watch us play, what we're meant to cling to as fans that really gives us a shout of doing something. And whilst obviously the club have been run to the ground by Fosun and their ways, I think attentions have to turn to Vitor at some point, and what his plan is for this squad, the type of player he's trying to bring in, and really if it feels like we've got a process behind all of this. We're not really looking to play in behind teams, despite the fact that teams want to give us space to play into. We persist with some weird kind of physical runner in Menetzi in the forward line when it's clear that the quality inside is really, really lacking. And obviously Hwang playing as a number 9 is just going to kind of kill him as a player, despite the fact he scored a goal today. And I just don't think teams will look at our lineups and our starting 11s and think, you know what, we've got anything to be worried about today. So Everton played like that. The likes of Grealish and Njai kind of took the piss, and it was stark how the kind of gap in quality between their forward players and our forward players was, and that ultimately is what won the game for them. And despite the fact that it was 3-2, I don't think there's too much to be read into the fact that it was quite a narrow scoreline. So yeah, bleak times, and a hell of a lot of work to do in the last couple of days of the transfer window.
It's finished. Wolves 2, Everton 3. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. We are dying to go down, and we will. We are by far the worst team in this league, by a country mile. We talk about West Ham, they're terrible, but we are atrocious. We don't look like creating anything going forward. We cannot defend to save our life. What on earth has happened to a defence that finished the season very well last year? Agbadou needs some time out of this team, because wow, I have not seen a player crumble as much as I've seen him crumble over pre-season and the first couple of games of this season. He has been shocking. He can't pass to save his life. He's just giving the ball away. He's not winning his battles, not beating his men. He is atrocious at the moment, and it goes to say a lot about this football team. Our captain, sent off last week, straight back into the team. He's shit. He is terrible. The same for the other players. Hugo Bueno, he was brilliant on Wednesday night or Tuesday night. Comes to today and it's like he's never played football. The same as that Jackson Tachua. Brilliant, pacey, can beat a man, but his passing is terrible. I can't believe we've got 11 footballers and not one of them can pass the ball. The 2 midfielders are too samey for me. They're great players, both of them. Andre and João Gomez, they are brilliant footballers, and I'll never say that they're not good footballers, but fucking hell, they can't pass for toffee. It's an absolute joke. We're dying to go forward, and all they can do is play a 5-yard pass. The wide men are bursting for the ball, and not one of them have got the talent to ping it across to them. Not one of them. And yet the manager still starts them both. And shock. We look so much better when we bring on an actual number 9. We had to play Hwang today, and fair play, got his goal, took it well, really good. But he can't trap cement. You're pinging the ball into him, and he's bouncing off him, going left, right, straight to their players, and they're on the attack again. It's pointless. And I've got no clue the kind of style of player, what we're trying to do. Because at the moment, it's left, right. Oh, let's cross to no one. And we've lost the ball, let's try and win it back. What are we trying to do? I don't understand what we're trying to do. And I know that, we are dying for players, and they need to come as soon as possible. And I do not want to see these players who aren't on internationals next week having a fucking week off. I do not want to see that. We are rock bottom in the Premier League, joint with West Ham. Rock bottom with 0 points. 8 goals conceded and 2 scored. That is a joke. And it's not like we've played, like last season, we had an excuse. We played all the big teams. We played Arsenal. We played Chelsea. We've played Man City, granted, fine. And then we've played Bournemouth and fucking Everton and made them both look awesome on their day. I'm getting really, really sick of it now. And you can tell people around us are sick of it as well. The atmosphere is terrible. There's nobody in the ground. We've got no chance for anybody. And yet we still hold on to a little chance of the owners. We don't care about Jeff Shea. What is that going to do? Nothing. And then they started today, back the team or sell the club. That lasted for about 30 seconds and stopped. There is not enough bollocks from anybody in the club, including the fans. We aren't doing anything about it. We moan on Twitter, we moan on here, like I am now. But because there's not a mass group of us doing it, it will go no further. And that's the shameful thing. And that's the upsetting thing. And I've followed Wolves for a long time now. And yes, it might sound like it's all doom and gloom, which it is at the moment. But we've had it so good the first couple of seasons we come up. And it's not even like I want that back. I just want us to be a good football team that gives people games each week, plays well for 90 minutes. Yeah, we might lose some games, but we'll win some games as well. I'm going to the game and it's like a chore. It's like I'm 10 years old. My mum's asked me to hoover. I don't want to do that. I don't want to go to the games at the moment. I don't want to spend all my money and my time on a weekend going to watch these lads play. It's shocking. The service that we get for what we pay is a joke. And until something changes at the top level, we're finished. We will go down this year. I'm dead certain. There are not 3 worse teams than us in this league. No way. Everyone's picking up points around us. Everyone's looked like they've invested well in their football team, apart from us. It's funny because West Ham are the same. They haven't invested in their football team, and look where they are. It's mental. And the only people that can see it are the fans. It's crazy. And I know I've not talked much about the game, but I've just had enough. There is only so much of the game I can speak about because I'm just tuning out. I'm tuning out to the games. I'm more interested in the conversations the lads having behind me rather than watching the actual game of football that I've paid to watch. It's beyond a joke. And until something changes, we're in serious trouble and we will go down. It's as simple as that. We move on to, the international break, which comes at a great time just to chill out, not think about Wolves. And then we come back to play Newcastle and Leeds. 2 really tough games. So it'll be interesting to see who we get in. It'll be interesting to see who goes out. Hopefully Larson stays. I don't know if he will or not. Hopefully he does. And hopefully Dickhead spends some money. And we can give the fans a little bit more hope going forward for the rest of the season. But Christ, I'm not holding my breath. It's finished. Wolves 2, Everton 3. See you after the international break. All the best.
Wolves 2, Everton 3. Obviously another disappointment, but I think storyline-wise, from a Wolves perspective, has to be Vitor's selection. Questionable against Bournemouth, maybe. And here, once the subs came on second half, we certainly looked the better team. Partially a result, Everton sitting deep. But that first half, the goal for Wolves, very nice. But I think that masked an otherwise really poor performance as a team. And I don't know how Munetsi made it another 90 minutes. Hwang, outside of the goal, can't really remember him doing much of anything. Just going through the game, giving up that first goal. It was poor. Obviously, both the first and second goals, just opportunities to win the ball around your own box and not being able to. Couldn't handle Grealish all game. Dewsbury Hall, Garner, all three of that kind of attacking front three, playing off Beto, just miles better than what we started with, certainly, and I think they had the better of our back line. Agbadu at fault for the third as well. Saw his positioning maybe not the best, but yeah, like I said, I think the main storyline and maybe a positive to take away is that when the subs came on, Fer Lopez looked like our best player, and gave us a level of control that we didn't have with Arias out there, who was also a bit of a ghost throughout the match. Again, can't really think of a single moment. He had that shot early, but doesn't look like the type of player who's going to create that bit of magic, which is what we were hoping for. Fer Lopez, I'd heard someone on Twitter say, obviously he's not Bernardo Silva, but saying that was sort of his comp. And I can see what they were getting at. Just shields the ball well, lots of great turns to get away in midfield, but overall, you can't start Premier League matches that way and expect to win. First two goals, like I said, you don't get it clear with having chances to do so. And then third goal, Agbadu selling to Chua short. Then he can't close down Grealish, and a little unfortunate on the shot. But hopefully Vitor switches things up against Newcastle. Going to be a really tough match, but you need to get something. It feels like Wolves have to score first in order to have a shot at winning against a side like Newcastle, or frankly any side in the Premier League now. They just don't have either the firepower really to get back into these matches, or the defensive solidity to see it out until the late stages and try and find a winner. So it's going to be a really important first half against Newcastle, and I'm hoping, even though obviously Newcastle is going to be favored, going to have more of the ball more than likely, I'm hoping Vitor goes more positive. We see Fer Lopez, see Rodrigo on the wing, at right wing, and then maybe even Mahler Wolf. I know Hugo, that could be the trade-off maybe, because Hugo today, decent going forward, one of our only options to sort of move the ball forward, but the defensive fragility that we know he has in him really came out today. Several times where he just wasn't able to get out of situations, was getting beat off the dribble, and just Njai gave him the runaround all match. So
another Premier League game, another defeat for Wolves, 3-2 at home to Everton. It's another disappointing performance, especially from a defensive point of view. Once again, just lackluster at the back. It's a big issue. Hopefully the new signing from Girona can sort us out a bit at the back, because it's not looking good. I mean, first goal, it's simple header across goal. I mean, Jack Grealish should not be winning a back post header. Why he's free, I don't know. Second and third goals, obviously the Dewsbury Hall goal was a great finish. All comes from Agbadu though. Agbadu, once again, another poor performance from him. Just so sloppy in possession. He looks almost like he's not even trying at times, which is upsetting, because we know how good of a player he can be. We saw it last season. So it's concerning. Andre also didn't have his best game, got caught in possession a few times. Joao was okay, made a few bad decisions. But I mean, I thought he was alright. The wing-backs, Chachua does not have a first touch, which we saw from the Bournemouth game. he has all the pace in the world, but he's scared to receive the ball. It's quite clear to see that he's not very comfortable with the ball in tight spaces. He falls over the ball 3-4 times today. Bad decisions. He cuts in on his left to cross. I'm not sure why. Yeah, not a great technical football player. Obviously, he's very athletic. I mean, the club have made about 5 social media posts about how fast he is. So that's not a question. Hugo was okay. I thought Totti just really put him in difficult positions today. A lot of the passes that he gave Hugo, he was under so much pressure. And last season, Totti could get away with that because of Aid Nuri, one of the most skillful players in the Premier League. He was there to play the ball to, but obviously Hugo's not as technical. Still a great player. I thought he was okay today. But Totti was, yeah. I don't understand how he's our captain, if I'm completely honest. He's probably the worst or second worst player in that team, and he's our captain. He can't ping a ball, he can't play a diagonal. He looks like he's wearing Timberlands, to be completely honest. Yeah, he doesn't fill you with confidence when he has the ball. So yeah, to have that as your captain is not ideal at all. Hwang, first half, no movement, although, I mean, he did score a really nice goal. Great finish, and Munetsi, let's just give him credit for that cross. Very, very good cross. Thought Munetsi was okay today. In some parts of the game, he was good. In others, he looked a little bit lost. Like his typical game. That's how he usually is. So yeah, subs very positive. Fer Lopez, every time he comes on, you can see he's got quality. He just glides with the ball. He has football IQ. He wants to get involved. He likes to take on players. I think he'll be really good for us. Rodrigo, I think he's looking at Chachua saying, how am I not getting more minutes? Because although Chachua's got the pace and athleticism, Rodrigo is just so much better technically. 2 goals in 2. He just runs. He runs his heart out every game, leaves nothing on the pitch. He'll fight for that badge. I love him. I think he deserves a starting spot. Really, really promising from him today. Bellegarde was also promising. Nice to see Kalajdzic get some Premier League minutes again. Yeah, a lot to talk about today, so I'll wrap it up there. But yeah, a lot of negatives, not too many positives. I mean, 2 good goals, but what does it matter if you score 2 goals if you're conceding 3 every game? 3, 2, 4. So yeah, I mean, got a nice break now. The signings are going to obviously come in. Hopefully our next game will have 2-3 new faces. So yeah, let's try to stay positive. Strand Larsen will be back as well. He's not leaving. So yeah, not that this is an exclusive. I just believe that he's not leaving. So yeah, let's keep our heads up and on to the next one. Let's get 3 points after the international break.
Another loss, and can't say I didn't expect it. Players ain't good enough, the squad isn't good enough, major problems. There was times in the game today where I thought Everton were just in total control, taking a mick. The only time we looked dangerous going route 1 when Sasha come on. We've got no creative players. The ones we brought in, Arias and people like that, they're not offering anything. The full-back I thought was poor today. We've got massive problems at the back. Agbadu, Totti. It ain't looking good when you see them, the passing they're making, they're missing headers, they're out of position, they're just careless football, and honestly you just get lost for words watching it. It's just, I can't believe we scored 2 goals. It's baffling because we were so poor, and something's got to change, otherwise we're in for a long season and it will end up resulting in going back down to the Championship.